This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I am one of your hosts, Tom.
And I am Tim.
Tim, how are you doing this week?
Tom, I'm drunk. How are you?
I'm good. I'm not drunk, but I've had a few drinks.
Yeah, we've had the same amount of drinks, but
But I'm 10 times your size.
You are.
Yeah.
What are you? You're tipping the scales at 450, 475?
Yeah, 450. How many stone is that?
16 stone.
16 stone.
Everybody's favorite Bush record.
That's what I was gonna say. That doesn't somebody have a famous record?
Yeah, a famous record by Bush.
Why is it called 16 stone? Is it about Walter Hudson?
I don't know what 16 stone is actually in reference to, and I can't imagine.
16 stone. No, that's who knows how much that is.
Yeah. But like they probably had like a cool reason to call it 16
Well,
stone.
they're Australian. Are they all Australian or
No,
just
they're
him?
not Australian, they're British.
Oh, really?
I don't know, I can't tell the difference.
How are you doing this week, Tim?
Tom,
besides being drunk.
I'm doing all right. It's a little I'm not dressed for the weather.
Uh-huh.
I wore a
Well, the
sweater to
weather's
the
confusing.
Yeah, I know, it's confusing.
It's going to be 80 degrees next week.
Wow, Tom.
That's what I've been hearing.
And what is that in stone?
28 stone.
Wow.
Yeah, it's heavy. Hey, you hear about this? I don't think we've talked about this. And I'm amazed it's not the biggest news in the world that Elon Musk is going to send 2 knuckleheads to the moon.
Wait, Elon Musk.
Yes.
The famous Hyperloop man.
No, he's not famous for the Hyperloop. He's famous for Tesla.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And SpaceX. SpaceX? That's his.
Space sex.
No, SpaceX.
He's sending people to the moon to have sex.
I mean, it's implied he's sending a couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A couple of knuckleheads?
That's what I said. A couple of knuckleheads.
Yeah.
He's sending them to the moon next year.
Wait, what?
He's sending them. I mean, they're not going to land on the moon. They're going to be stuck up in the capsule, like you always say. The way you assume it's the dumbest astronaut gets stuck in the capsule.
No, I think he's the smartest one.
The one that doesn't go down to the moon.
Yeah, what's to say that he doesn't just like freak out and just go back to Earth while the other guys are like playing?
Yeah, they're
playing golf on the moon.
That's yeah. I wonder if they ever took like maybe the first guys on the moon, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. Maybe they were like, "Hey, let's play golf," and they were like, "I don't know, man. Alan Shepard's up there, and he might get really pissed.
Well, the thing is, like, somebody
He might just leave if he sees us sticking around down here."
If movies about going to space have taught me anything, one person on the crew is going to get space madness.
Right.
Right? So you want your sanest guy, the one least prone to space madness,
right,
sitting back at the capsule while you're out playing golf like an asshole, right? Because, like,
yeah,
that's the guy that's
where
got
the
to
space madness is going to take hold.
Exactly. He's like, "Oh, I'm all alone here, but I'll hit the button and I'll go back to Earth and I'll be fine."
Yeah.
That'd be a good prank, too.
Just to leave someone on the moon?
Leave a couple guys on the moon playing golf. You're like, "Hey, what happened to my ride?"
Yeah.
You be back on Earth, lounge chair, poolside, just like.
It takes like a week to get back.
Yeah, but in moon time, yeah,
Right.
like by the time like they're out there golfing, they do 18 holes on the moon. That's like 3 weeks Earth time.
But now you also have to take into account the people you send down there to the moon. They're running down to the moon from the capsule.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like from it's
here.
like it's in
Tim,
Australia or something.
No. I mean, the Earth's hollow, and there's a moon inside. No, there's a sun inside. That's what the theory is.
Really?
Well, the hollow Earth theory, yeah.
I don't know.
There's also a hollow moon theory, Tim. Well, and there's also that the moon's a hologram theory. There's a lot of moon theories.
The hollow moon. There's
moon.
the hollow moon theory, and then there's the hollow moon theory.
Well, you ever see sometimes the moon, there's like digital distortion on it?
I've never seen it. Like clouds in front of it?
No. It's like a scan line going down the moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And if you look real close.
So they've been doing that for like thousands of years?
No, I think part of the theory is that the moon used to be there, but then somebody did something with it, and they had to put up a hologram moon. But also, the guys who went on, there are astronauts that said when they hit the moon with something like a rocket or something like that.
Yeah.
And that the moon rang like a bell.
Who said that?
One of the astronauts.
I don't trust anything an astronaut says because there's a high likelihood, like 1 in 3, that they have space madness.
Well, that's what I was going to say before I got off topic. You also have to consider the people you send down to the moon. There's a good chance, one of them is going to be the one that, like, the alien symbiote attaches itself to, or the alien virus.
Right.
And then they're going to bring it back to the space station. So you have to take that. You don't want to send somebody too reckless down there.
Yeah. You know why I wouldn't? You know why I'd stay behind? Because, like, number one, I could play a trick and leave them behind. But number two, like, what? You're risking your life. And for what? Some boring, like,
you're risking
dirt?
your life being in the capsule.
Yeah, but, like, you're already there. Like, if you wake up and they're like, guess what? We had sent you in a capsule to the moon, and now we're going to land in an hour or whatever. I'd be like, I'll stay here. Because, like, who knows?
Regardless, in that circumstance, yes, I would also play it safe. If I woke up not knowing how I got in a spaceship and was on the way to the moon.
It's not worth it for what the moon has to offer. It's got
some
nothing.
nice golf. Nice golfing, Tim.
Yeah, you can hit a drive pretty far, I guess.
Yeah, there's
right?
no gravity.
Yeah. I mean, there is gravity.
Well, yeah, there's some
Otherwise
gravity.
You'd float away.
Right.
You idiot.
So anyway, Elon Musk is sending 2 knuckleheads to the moon.
I don't believe it.
He is. He said they've already paid like a deposit, a down payment.
How much?
He didn't say. But
who is it?
He didn't say. People of extraordinary means is the assumption because, they got to pay for it.
Musk is going to do this either way. You can negotiate
No,
him down.
I think it literally is that he's building all this stuff and like nothing's really ready. But somebody, probably like Richard Branson, came along and was like, "Hello, I'd like to go on the moon. I'll give you whatever you want."
He's not Australian either, Tom.
What?
No, he's British. It's hard to tell because they both talk stupidly.
God, this changes everything. Everybody, who is Australian?
The crocodile hunter was, rest in peace.
Right.
Yeah. His daughter Bryony or whatever her name is, right? His wife, wifey,
outside of the crocodile hunter's family.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman, but not anymore. And her Keith Urban.
No, he's a Southern man.
No, he's Australian.
Wait.
Yeah.
First of all, hold on. Can
Okay.
It's Australia. It's not all Australia. It's not all of Australia's.
Australia.
Well, when you say it like that, it makes sense.
Okay.
Keith Urban, the famous countryman.
He's Australian.
See, first I thought he was from the city.
Yeah. Well, it's right there in the name.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, no, but he's playing country music. He must be from the country. But now you're saying the country he's from is Australia?
Yeah. You
that
thought
up.
he was a rapper when he first came out. You're like, oh, Keith Urban. I get it.
If that's the way you want to go with that, that's you saying that, not me.
Urban music. But then country. Is there a guy named? No.
I don't think he's from Australia.
He's from Australia. Australia. He's from Australia, mate.
Who else? Russell Crowe, the man who hit another man with a telephone.
He's also in 40 Odd Foot of Grunt.
Yeah.
Is it 40 Odd Foot?
16 stone. 16 stone of grunt.
Tim, during the break, you claimed that Keith Urban stole Nicole Kidman from Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
That's
assume.
not true. There was a long time in between those relationships, Tim.
Yeah, but like what was going on behind the scenes.
What do you mean?
Like just because it didn't show up in Us Freaking Weekly, that she was.
Please don't cuss.
Sorry, I am drunk, Tom. Just because it didn't show up in Us Bleeping Weekly, it doesn't mean
the name of the magazine is U.S. Weekly.
Us Weekly and World Report. Doesn't mean that this wasn't brewing, percolating for years.
No, I think she broke up with Tom Cruise because she didn't want to be in a cult anymore. I don't think it had anything to do with Keith Urban.
Being Australian isn't being in a cult, Tom.
I beg to differ.
Tom, this is neither here nor there. We have very important things to talk about.
You ever look up like what happened to? Probably happened. I think I might.
I think whenever you ask, "Have you ever done this?" my answer is always no.
I looked up. I was like, "What happened to Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman's kids?" And they basically just like were like, "All right, forget it. Like, forget everything. Like, you kids, you're on your own."
What?
They like adopted a couple of kids.
Oh.
And like once they broke up, they were just like, "All right, you kids, be safe out there."
How old were the kids when they broke
Like
up?
teenagers.
Oh, that's
were
a
like-
dream.
They were they were like old enough, but they've never seen Tom Cruise again.
Okay.
I mean, he still like quote unquote raised them from.
I'm
being
sure he
babies.
was a very, present father.
He was
to
probably
them.
auditing them every week.
Yeah, exactly. they're happy to escape his clutches.
Well,
Uncle David Miscavige would come around and be like, "Hey, you want to clean a fucking ship with a toothbrush
and
and wear a burlap sack? Cool. That's where they are right now.
no,
right?
they didn't do that to Tom Cruise's kids.
I don't know. They mouthed off.
One of them's a DJ now.
Oh. So they're doing great
So
for
it all
themselves.
worked out.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about this week, Tim?
Tom, straight from Reddit.com, we got a request. That's the word.
Uh-huh.
For a topic, fast casual restaurants. Ask me who requested this, Tom.
Who requested this?
I don't know.
Someone on Reddit.
Someone on Reddit. A Redditor, if you will.
Tim, all right. Let's start from the top.
Let's do it.
So we'll talk about Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban again. And,
Right.
Space.
Who Nick, our intrepid leader here and engineer, informed us, he knew off the top of his head that he was New Zealand born and Australian American identifying Keith Urban.
Yeah.
So that's them, and then they went to eat at a Chipotle, and that brings us to fast casual restaurants.
Well, yeah. All right. So let's start with what is a fast casual restaurant, Tim?
Tom, what do you think a fast casual restaurant is?
I'll tell you. I was looking it up earlier today during it was the culmination of my week-long research.
Mm-hmm.
And
People know that we do that, right? We do a deep dive for a week.
Yeah. 80 hours each.
Yeah, we head to the library, university library. It's not just regular run-of-the-mill dumb neighborhood library.
No.
It's like you and your idiot kids read your picture books at. You don't even have kid sections.
No,
'cause
they don't
kids
even
are
have
allowed
kid
there.
sections.
Yeah, we go and we check out books.
Uh-huh.
We
Well,
pore
usually
over
we
them.
ask first things first, where's the kid section?
Yeah, and we're very disappointed. And then every week, it's a new university. And then we pour over these tomes,
Yeah.
and we
Volumes.
yeah. So anyway, what do you think a fast casual restaurant?
So when I was researching,
Tom, you're gonna have to like rein me in because I'm not used to being this drunk when we record.
when I was researching, I was getting so mad and so frustrated that I couldn't find. I was finding a lot of differing opinions about fast casual, because here was my understanding. I thought that fast casual was like a sit-down place like an Applebee's or a Fridays, and that a quick-serve restaurant was a place like a Chipotle.
You idiot. And you fought me on this in the past, right? We've had this argument.
I think so.
And what you didn't understand, what I tried to explain to you, is that a quick serve restaurant
Uh-huh.
is just a fast food joint.
Yeah.
It's McDonald's. It's
Yeah,
Burger
it's just
King.
new
it's Taco
brand.
Bell.
It's a new coat of paint on an old idea.
A disgusting old idea.
What?
What do you prefer, quick serve or fast food? Like alliteration every time, right?
Yeah. Well, but fast food has a bad connotation with it.
So does
So-
quick serve, though. I mean, quick serve has like no connotation. It sounds like a fake thing.
Right.
It sounds like a thing that like is trying to be a rebrand.
Right. Well, and it also, I think to the lay person, it's, well, what would you rather go to, a restaurant or a restaurant where they serve you quickly?
Yeah.
And every time, unless you're Spanish or something, you like having like an all-night dinner.
What?
In Spain, they have very long dinners.
Okay, all right. I'll allow it.
I've been to Spain once, Tim, and let me tell you,
I stand corrected.
trying to get the check at the end of the night. Jeez, Louise, you'd think they didn't want you to pay that. They just want you to run out of the restaurant.
Now that's you projecting, right, on the waiter.
Well, I mean,
They wanted us to
at
do
a
it.
certain point, it seems like there's no other option.
Yeah.
But that was my understanding. But that is what I'm thinking of is now referred to as casual dining, a casual dining restaurant.
Right.
And not to be confused with a fine dining restaurant, which in my mind, fine dining restaurant is Tavern on the Green. And that's it.
You've been to Tavern on the Green, right?
I have been to Tavern on the Green.
You know that's an S-hole, right?
Yeah, it stinks.
Yeah.
It's on the green.
It's a scam.
Yeah. But that's how I thought all these things.
I passed by Tavern on the Green the other day. I was in Central Park. I took a day in Central Park.
I was being chased by a demonic dog.
What? It's the only way that you think of Central Park is in the context of Ghostbusters. You lived in New York City for like 15 years, Tom.
Yeah.
Jesus, get out of the house. Have you ever been to Central Park besides going to Tavern on the Green in high school?
No, it wasn't just high school. We did go there for high school, right?
You did. I remember.
Why did I go there?
I don't
or
know.
Not just me. Like my whole class went there.
Tom, we weren't really friends in high school.
Yeah.
But like we had a lot of friends in common in high school. And one time I called your house. And your mom answered, and I was like,
he's at Tavern on the Green.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, is Tom home? And she's like, no, he's at Tavern on the Green. I was like, oh, well, la-di-da.
He's meeting with some business associates.
Yeah, perhaps I've misjudged Tom.
Yeah. Wow,
I only
jaunting
knew
off to lunch at Tavern on the Green from
Yeah.
suburban Long Island.
I only knew him as a guy that had Sega, which made him a low-class man.
Oh, Tim, I'll fight you.
Nintendo kids for life.
Nintendo kids, rubes, idiots.
Tom, both of us have the NES Classic right
We do,
now.
yeah. Neither of us have turned it on in months, I'm sure.
Yeah, the last time I played it was Valentine's Day.
How romantic.
It was.
Yeah. Were you telling your girlfriend, leave me alone, I just got this.
I'm playing Q*bert. You wouldn't understand.
Anyway, so that's quick serve.
Fast casual is an intermediate concept between fast food and casual dining, and typically priced accordingly. So you're not going to pay as much as you're going to pay at an Applebee's.
Right, because let me tell you, these Applebee's, boy, they're wringing me dry.
All those apps.
All those apps. Ever see commercials for like Applebee's? I know Applebee's not a fast casual, but sometimes I'll
allow it.
I'll see commercials for that or like TGI Fridays, and they'll be like, "Come in for our lunch special where you get like 10 appetizers, 2 meals, and 3 desserts for $9.99."
If I have more than like a salad for lunch, I'm dead for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like until bedtime, I'm like,
I eat a loaf of bread for lunch every day.
wow.
Yeah, it keeps me going.
Nice.
A lot of energy. But anyway, you were saying about fast casual.
It's an intermediate concept between fast food and casual dining, Tom.
Okay.
And typically priced accordingly.
Oh, right.
Tom, I feel like this is your bread and butter.
No
These are the
pun
places
intended.
that you like to go.
I like fast casual restaurants.
You like them all. You like quick serve / fast food. You like fast casual.
Yeah.
You like what is it? Casual dining.
Casual dining.
And you've been to Tavern on the Green at least one time in high school, according to your mom.
Yeah.
But I would say this is your favorite because, like, look.
This is yeah. This
We
is
all
my wheelhouse.
shamefully eat the quick serve once in a while.
Right.
You eat it more than
Stop
most.
I refuse to call it quick serve. It's fast food, for goodness sake.
Yeah, all right. I mean, but it's all fast. Are you telling me
QSR.
what? Oh, QSR,
Yeah.
Quasar.
Yeah, back in the QSR.
You remember when like Philip Morris, the cigarette company, was like, "We're not Philip Morris anymore. We're like Axiom or something." Like,
Yeah,
or like,
yeah.
or like Blackwater was like, "We're not like." It always has like a QU or a Q in it or an X in it to make it sound futuristic, because Q and X makes things futuristic
just
sounding.
like here in New York City, Time Warner's now Spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's
It's
such
like,
a
well,
transparent play.
Our brand recognition could not be any further in the toilet. So instead of fixing anything, we'll just rename ourselves.
Right. So yeah.
That's like AOL. Yahoo is Oath now.
Oath?
Oath.
What a shitty name for a company.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they got all those old people, and they're probably, all the customers are old, and they're probably like, oh, an Oath. Oh, yeah, that's back when people used to believe in something. I get all my email forwards and chains from Oath.
Oh,
Let me dial into Oath and see what's new.
Wait, no, it's still AOL though, right? You can't change.
Yeah, but it's like the
you
parent
can't
company is
change
Oath.
technology. Like
On old people now. They'll
like AOL's bread and butter is like old people who don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a nice thing to say.
Right, but that's our
I'm just
bread
thinking
and-
about my parents.
Most
AOL
of our audience.
addresses right now. It's like my parents are not old people who don't know any better. They're old people. They're not old people. They're older people who
Oh
just.
boy, we're gonna get hate mail from coolguy69 at AOL.com.
Are you claiming that's my dad's email address?
No.
No, but like they're older people who like don't want to keep up on shit. Like it's like
Right. They're like,
I
I
don't
understand
care.
that there's newer things,
Yeah.
not interested.
Yeah, like I go home and I'm like, no, but this is great. Look, I can say like, hey Siri, play the Beatles, and like the Beatles will play.
And they're like, we hate rock and roll. We don't stop trying to push the Beatles on us.
Does Siri know Benny Goodman? So yeah. Anyway, fast casual restaurants. So
Yes.
those are your favorite.
Yeah.
Because you feel a little classy going there. I remember you introduced me to 2 fast casual restaurants on 2 separate occasions.
Both Valentine's Days.
Quiznos and Chipotle, and you were so proud. Each one, you were just
When
like,
did I introduce you to
wait.
Quiznos?
At the Bayshore Mall in, I would say, roughly 2004-ish.
Really? Where?
Yeah,
Huh.
maybe 2003.
The Bayshore Mall.
Tom, I'll tell you this.
Right.
It wasn't in the mall. It was over near the GameStop.
Oh, okay.
We
All
went
right.
there.
Yeah, I know.
On one of our excursions, Tom, you would do this thing also when you were younger in suburbia. It
Right.
must have been over the summer
Yeah.
when we were both home from college. You'd call people and be like, you want to go to Best Buy?
Uh-huh.
And you just go and browse Best Buy.
Yeah. Nothing else to do.
Exactly. And this was near the Best Buy.
Yeah.
So it must have been on one of those. And like you were like, I recommend, and it was like the turkey sandwich with the with the guacamole on it.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, what do you think? And I was like, I have to poop.
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, you can't do it here. They don't have a bathroom.
Yeah.
Um,
They'll chase you out.
well, Tim, no, I beg to differ because in my research, I found the following. Heavy checker hot. Oh, Jesus.
Those weren't words. Heavy checker chotmo is not a.
What I meant to say was
Tom had a stroke.
higher check averages. Fast casual averages between $7 and $11, which is the main reason why Subway and Quiznos are still considered quick service.
What?
Yeah. Although Tristano, that's some expert, noted that Quiznos check averages make it close. Close, but no cigar.
Subway should not be in the conversation.
Yeah, this was an old article, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the Subway man was outed as a sex criminal.
Yeah, before he...
Who operated with the explicit knowledge of the Subway Corporation? Do we know
endorsement, I believe.
No. But
Oh,
like,
yeah, it had been reported to executives who turned the other loaf, I guess.
turned the other loaf.
Yeah.
Wordplay.
So Quiznos is
You famously said, though, Tom, that Jared isn't a bad man, just misunderstood. Is this true?
It's not true. Tim, you can slander the Subway Corporation all you'd like. You can't slander me in regards to them.
All right.
So Quiznos is close. But, yeah, Chipotle, boy, Tim, Chipotle, where I went to college, University of Maryland, go Terps, was...
what is a terp?
Is a terrapin. A terrapin.
What is a terrapin?
A terrapin is a turtle.
Oh. Why not terraps?
Why not turtles was always my
Because
argument.
turtles are slow.
Yeah, so are terrapins. They're just
true, yeah.
a type of turtle.
A terrapin isn't a fast turtle.
No.
What about the Maryland fast turtles?
Hey, I would have gone for it.
Yeah,
Sure.
it was a turtle. I mean, here's the thing. The tortoise won the race just by not being a dick.
Yeah.
But from what I understand,
Mhm.
everybody who went to Maryland is a dick, so that
I mean,
doesn't
it's
apply.
true more than it's not, for sure. I know more dicks from college than I
Yeah.
know, like, decent people.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got a Chipotle, and it was like one of the first outside of, I think they started in Denver. And yeah, it was a big deal. That Chipotle had a line out the door for a decade, I think. A line out the door the whole time I was there. And I mean, probably not anymore. But yeah, that was my introduction to a fast casual restaurant. And then all these other ones started popping up around it, like the Boston Market or whatever.
Boston Market's been around forever. It used to be called Boston Chicken. I went there with my family.
I remember when it was
junior
Boston
high.
Chicken, Tim.
Turns out they were more than chicken, so they expanded their whole brand.
Yeah, but it's mostly chicken still. I mean, the chicken was the best stuff. I mean,
liked
the
it.
sides, if they want, they should call it Boston sides.
Boston sides, or they should get rid of Boston.
Yeah, because that has a negative connotation.
Exactly. Talk about harboring pedophiles, right?
That first time you went to Chipotle with me, though, you were blown away, right?
I was.
Yeah.
I was blown away by the
The collegiate atmosphere.
the amount of food
Yes.
that you get.
Yeah.
I was not accustomed to that.
I knew someone who went to Chipotle the first time and like really, wasn't aware of the whole deal, and ordered 2 burritos and ate both of them.
Wait, who was this?
It
Name,
was-
first and last names.
It was the cousin of my college girlfriend.
Okay. Oh, that guy.
You don't know that guy, but he ordered 2 burritos and he ate both of them. He was like a big guy, but he wasn't like
A monster?
He wasn't Walter Hudson. He was not. I don't know who. Like Shaquille O'Neal's big enough to eat 2 Chipotle burritos.
Yeah.
that's about it. I'm a monster. And
He
when-
eats them like a spring roll.
Yeah, probably.
For him, he picks them up and it's tiny.
I mean, it doesn't shrink. It's still regular size.
No,
but
he's
to
so
him,
big is what I'm saying.
it's tiny.
Yeah.
Like the picture of Andre the Giant holding a beer can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's bigger than it.
Yeah. You know how much it would take Andre the Giant to get drunk?
A case of beer.
More.
How much?
I don't know, but more than a case.
Wow.
He
Oh,
would-
you didn't have an answer to that?
No, I think I used to know the answer, but I forgot. But I did read that he would drink a bottle of vodka and then say, like, then he would be a little buzzed off a bottle of vodka.
Man, the inspiration for the movie My Giant, huh?
He was he?
Yeah. Why do you think Billy Crystal knew a giant?
But that was a different giant.
No, yeah, it was after Andre passed.
But before this other giant passed away.
Right.
But it wasn't about that particular giant?
It was based on Billy Crystal's experience with Andre the Giant, friendship with Andre the Giant.
Oh, from Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Okay.
One time, Tom,
Yeah.
you know the giant that played My Giant in
Yeah, he is also sadly no longer with us.
yeah, he was in the movie Big Fish.
Yeah.
And I got to go to the New York City premiere of Big Fish my senior year of college. I don't remember how.
Well, because you were a big fish.
I was a big fish, probably.
You were really into fish.
And I was rubbing elbows with the stars.
Well, not with that guy, Tim. His elbow would rub the top of your head.
I'll tell you, I know exactly where his elbow fell because I had the worst seat in the house. I had to sit directly behind him. I was like, this is so cool. Tim Burton's here. Helena Bonham Carter's here. Like all these celebs. I'm like, this is great. And then I'm directly behind my giant. I'm directly behind Billy Crystal's giant.
They should have projected the movie again onto his back.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
So you could see it.
Yeah.
So they invite you only as like a goof?
Probably.
Yeah.
They poured a bucket of pig's blood on my head at the end.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's traumatic for me. Luckily, I used my superpowers to lock the doors and kill them all.
Wouldn't be the first time or the last.
Yeah, people just never learn. Don't prank me.
Yeah.
I'll murder you.
Fast casual. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
They're also targeted at adults. Fast casuals are largely aimed at adults who want more upscale fare. Here's what I think is the deal with fast casual. It's all a scam to get people like us who would feel bad eating fast food to not feel bad eating fast food.
Yeah, because here's what it is. It's higher priced. So we're like, oh, higher price. Good.
Oh, must be better for me then.
Number two, they claim to have better ingredients. Right. Not the way that fraudster Papa John is like, better ingredients, better pizza. They they're like, oh, here are like the fair trade things that we do with our
or like non-hormone,
exactly.
cage-free.
Right. Number
we don't keep our eggs in cages.
Right. Number three, they let you customize things. I know
Burger King
your
lets you have it your way.
Right. Yeah. But this is like, oftentimes you're walking down a line and being like, I want this, more choice. The illusion of choice.
The illusion of choice. Yeah.
Number four, no drive-through.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Because it's like, oh, if you can drive your car through this thing, that's not very classy.
Right, which makes sense. There are very few classy places.
What's a classy thing that you can drive your car through? A car wash isn't classy. It's fun.
In Maryland, right by the school, we had a liquor store that had a drive-through.
Yeah, but a liquor store is not classy, Tom.
No, this one was very classy. We also had a liquor store that had a bar inside of it, which seemed unusual.
Well, you could sample the liquors there.
No, you couldn't. They were attached, but you couldn't bring one to the other. But it was like, well, why is there a door in between these two places?
Did they cock a gun at you and go, get the hell out?
Get out.
We don't like Yankees coming around asking questions. It's Maryland, I guess. That doesn't really apply.
Yeah, we were close enough.
Yeah.
I mean, we had blue laws where, like on Sunday, they had to put locks around all the liquor so that you couldn't buy it.
Who wants to drink on a dang Sunday? The Sunday Fun Day people on Instagram. Sunday Fun Day.
Well, I think most people would get a job.
Go to church.
Go to church. Get a job as a priest.
I get drunk on the blood of Christ every Sunday, Tom.
You're not supposed to go up more than once.
Yeah, I guzzle that thing. They always have to wrestle the thing away from the goblet away from me. I'm just like, I'm drinking all the blood.
Many places they have to wrestle the goblet away from you. Oh, I assume that you just ran to the back of the line.
No, that's because that burns too many calories. You can't get a good buzz on.
That's true.
You gotta gulp as much of that Christ blood up as you can.
Yeah. Well, they put like a bunch in, but you're only supposed to take a sip.
Yeah.
Right?
And also,
but the priest, he always gets a big swig in the beginning.
Yeah, well.
And at the end, he gets to drink everything that's left.
Yeah. One of the perks.
Yeah. One of the many, many perks of being a priest.
Yeah. Talk about harboring. Never mind. Anyway.
Fast casual restaurants also have upscale decor. This may be the most difficult definition. Many quick service restaurants are remodeling stores with waterfalls, flat screen TVs.
Waterfalls?
And a more cafe-like atmosphere. Yeah, flat screen TVs and a more cafe-like atmosphere I've seen very few waterfalls at fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Fast casual, Tom.
No. This is talking because this is saying that upscale decor doesn't necessarily make a place fast casual anymore because all these QSRs, they're putting waterfalls in their lobbies apparently. Yeah, that does make it. When I was Googling this stuff, I found a article about McDonald's that opened in Vegas. And there's an article from like 5 years ago. So it was 2012.
Las Vegas?
Las Vegas,
Okay.
Nevada. And
Nevada.
Nevada.
You coastal elite.
And it was like all about how this was a prototype restaurant. And Tim, if you looked at this McDonald's, you would say there's absolutely nothing special about this McDonald's. It was basically that they had like TV screens for menus. And they were like, wow, look at this. Oh, this isn't your grandpa's McDonald's.
Was that the end of your story?
That was the end of the story.
I thought there was more to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, they also had it wasn't clear if it was just the opening night, but it mentioned that there would be showgirls at this McDonald's.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Vegas.
So a little something for everyone.
Yeah. Elizabeth Berkley. Tom?
She was 24 in that movie?
So?
I mean, it makes sense, but...
Yeah, what did you think? She was 50?
I thought she was like 30 when she was in Saved by the Bell.
Oh, I was listening to a thing, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
She was filming that when they were filming the
Beach season?
Saved by the Bell Wedding in Las Vegas movie.
Now, the wedding in Las Vegas came after the college years?
No. Maybe.
It had to have.
It was 94.
Married in college?
It was 94.
Okay.
Yeah, it must have been
Yeah.
in the canon. Because, like,
And
Kelly
she
wasn't originally on the college years, and then she came, I feel like.
Oh, she did? She's transferred?
Yeah.
How'd they figure that out?
How did the writers...
Jesse
puzzle through that one?
Spano was not in the college years? Nobody
No.
was, except for the boys, right?
Yeah, and then Kelly came.
Yeah.
When college years was around for like 8 episodes.
But it was on prime time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it failed. Nobody watched it.
Yeah, I guess in my mind it went on for 4 seasons for
Yeah.
every year of college, but yeah.
Tom,
Mm-hmm.
I visited the respected website fastcasual.com, which is actually run by the man who coined the phrase fast casual back in the 90s. So
he must
he's
be
gonna-
rich.
I bet he is rich, actually.
Yeah.
And I put in an email address and subscribed to their newsletter, and guess what
Nice.
they sent me?
What?
The top 75 brands
Whoa.
in fast cash.
All right.
So let's go through them.
You also have to pay at the counter. That's one. I always want to get that out of the way.
Yeah, and seat yourself.
That's one of the big differences. That's the big difference between casual dining and fast casual.
Oh yeah, exactly. Waiters and waitresses, a wait staff, if you will.
Yeah.
Tom, should we go 75 to 1? And keep
Are they
in mind,
in particular order?
yeah. But like, here's 70. I'll tell you.
Maybe give us like the top.
I'll tell you 75, 74, and 73, and you tell me if we should go from the back or from the front. Number 75, Girafa's Brazilian Grill. Number 74, The Mix with 2 X's. Number 3, Billy Sims Barbecue.
Is the Mix with 2X? That's a radio station too, I think. I think that's on XM. It's on Sirius.
They're only in freaking Missouri.
Missouri, I feel like, is a real big, like, they're innovating there with dining
gross
experiences. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. We'll go 1. We'll skip over a lot of these, Tom, because I
right.
can't speak to a lot
Well,
of
or
these.
I was going to say go over like the top 20 or top 10.
Well, let's go number 1.
Well, geez, if you want to take all the anticipation out
Guess
of it.
what? It's not gonna. It's not. All right. I'll give you $1,000 if you've ever heard of this thing.
All right.
Dickie's Barbecue Pit.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Venmo?
Now you owe me $1,000. Yeah, you can Venmo or Chase Quick Pay me.
Yeah.
I'll take it either way.
What's your routing number and account number so I can give it to you?
It's called Dickie's Barbecue?
Dickie's Barbecue Pit.
Dickie's Barbecue Pit.
And they took the number 1 spot for a plethora of reasons, Tom, including a 19% year-over-year growth rate.
That's it? Give
an,
me. Oh, I
an
want
impressive use of technology.
atmospheric growth.
Technology, Tom. Technology to enhance business
so?
operations and in a cutting-edge training program, which is important in the quick serve space, Tom. Because like you don't want some dummies being like, "Ugh." That's what happens when you go into Subway. It's dummies and pedophiles. Just like, what did you order? Oh, you said no tomatoes? I'll just take the tomatoes off, leaving the tomato juice there, you idiot.
Well, it sounds like you have a very particular gripe. But Tim, those are artists, so please.
Yeah, Tom. It looks like it's a pretty good barbecue place. They have look at these.
Where are they? Where are they located? I mean, like
the United States of America.
Where are their locations? How many locations? Give me some background.
I'll tell you: Florida, Michigan,
okay,
Wisconsin,
all over the place.
Yeah. I was just naming states, Tom.
Oh,
it doesn't say here, and I've never heard of this place.
Okay.
But they have proprietary wood blend pellets that they use in their smokers.
Who gives a shit?
Well, it's barbecue. You've been to barbecue places like here in Williamsburg where we're recording.
Yeah.
And like it's like, it's sides. We all love sides. It's sides and meat.
Yeah.
Could do worse than Dickey's Barbecue Pit, #1 brand in fast cash. Well, that's it for this. Number 2, Tom. This is one that you probably don't even know, but I know about.
Okay.
Tom and Chi.
Tom and Chi?
Yeah.
How do you spell Chi?
Chee. It's a grilled cheese and tomato soup place. The
Wow.
Tom is for tomato soup. The Chi is for the grilled cheese. And you make fun of me every single week on this show. But I know about this place because they appeared on Shark Tank.
And they're number 2. Why do they have to go on Shark Tank if they're the number 2?
To get capital.
You don't want capital from any of those knuckleheads.
What do you mean? Mr. Wonderful's got a lot of money, I think.
It's all Canadian money. It's not worth anything.
But Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
But like they have a lot of different grilled cheese options, and you build on the grilled cheese. Oh, I want bacon,
like a hamburger on it.
Exactly, sure, like a patty melt situation.
Yeah.
I think you can put beef on it, Tom.
Yeah.
You joke, you laugh at the Tom and Chi business model, but they're number 2 on the fucking list.
Do
So.
they have different tomato soup options?
Yeah, spicy.
Okay.
Less
Bland.
spicy, yeah. They have spicy, less spicy, and bland.
You know what? I would not open up I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's a great meal.
Right.
I would not open up a restaurant because it seems like you'd have to clean up a lot of mess. A lot of dribbling at that restaurant.
Well, you shouldn't open up any restaurant if you don't want to have to clean up every night. I don't want to have to mop the floors or wipe down
Between the drilling and the crumbs, it sounds like a nightmare.
I think I would be really great at running a restaurant, Tom. Except my Achilles heel would be this. I don't know how much food to order.
Oh, for like the restaurant.
Yeah, like the ingredients.
Right.
I don't know.
You also can't stand the sound of people eating.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd be locked in the office in the back all day. Like, there's somebody who'd like to speak to the owner. I can't.
Yeah. I just feel like I'd be really good at designing how a restaurant should operate. But then they'd be like, all right, well, how much chicken should we order? I'd be like, I don't know, 1,000 pounds?
1,000 chickens? How much food do you get from a chicken?
16 stone of chicken.
Yeah.
So that's Tom and Chi. Okay. I urge you to go there. Mark Cuban and Barbara Corcoran, my 2 favorite sharks.
Yeah. The 2 savviest sharks, I would say.
Yeah.
As a casual viewer.
Barbara Corcoran, it gets on my nerves a little bit because she's a little too mean.
Yeah. Well, that's like her brand, though.
Yeah, but like it also makes me not want. Look, I'm in the market for a new apartment.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to do a Corcoran apartment?
No, because I don't want to have to negotiate.
You don't
want
to have to deal with her.
Exactly.
You know she's a tough negotiator.
Exactly. Number 3, Tom, on the list is Slapfish, a modern seafood shack. We should just skip that one, right? Because I want to get to number 4.
Okay.
The most depressing place for moms, the Panera Bread Company.
Why is that a depressing place for moms?
You always go there with your mom.
Uh-huh.
True or untrue?
Well, moms love it.
Moms love it.
Yeah,
And
my mom. I don't know if I've been to a Panera Bread with my mom, but often when I speak with my mom on the phone, she'll say that she's somewhat recently gone to Panera Bread.
Exactly, because they have bad soups, bad sandwiches, and bad salads that moms can't get enough of.
No, they have a good salad. They have like a salad with apples in it that I used to like, a apple walnut salad. That
Yeah,
was good.
I know what salad you're talking about, Tom. It's got gorgonzola on it, too.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good.
But
It's like it's not right.
does
There's
anyone,
something off about it, and it's depressing there, and it's full of suburban moms who are mean, not like our moms who are nice. We're like,
Right.
oh no, Tim, Tom isn't home. He's at Tavern on the Green. Like, that's nice.
Right.
But like, it's the moms that are like, I don't know. He's at Tavern on the Green. I'm so busy. Oh my God. Oh, Mackenzie, get back here. I don't care about your kid, Mackenzie.
Well, Tim, that's a depressing thing to hear you say about my sister Mackenzie.
Yeah, well, she broke my heart. She broke off the engagement, and I'll never forgive her for it.
Tim, she had her dance career, and it was
I was supportive of her dance career, Tom.
well, it didn't show. You never went to any of the recitals.
Nice rack on Mackenzie, though.
Well, and you'd always told her that her dance outfits looked. What was the word you used to describe how they looked?
I didn't describe the outfit. The outfits were elegant, but I thought she looked frumpy in them.
Right.
If you must know.
Well, I'll keep it that you thought the outfits looked frumpy, not her, because she'll blow a fuse.
Number 5, the Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
The tropical smoothie.
I
cafe.
can't imagine that's something that's like, oh, a fast casual. That's where adults. Smoothies are for children, for
No,
babies.
I mean, no, Tim. Smoothies.
They'll get a freaking brain freeze, I guess.
Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids can get a brain freeze, Tim, and then they, next thing you know, off to the asylum with them.
First time I got a Slurpee, Tom, I was probably 7 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know what it was, and somebody...
I know what it was. A stranger gave it to me.
Well, no, a friend's dad was like, "You guys want Slurpees?" And I was like, "I don't know what that is, but hell yeah!" Because like my friend was like, "Ah, that's great, yeah."
See, you know
Slurpee.
what a Slurpee was, but you felt free to curse to a friend's dad.
I didn't say a curse.
You said, "Hell yeah."
That's not a curse, you prude.
Hell
Sean,
yeah, asshole. Give me a Slurpee.
So Sean was like, "Yeah, Slurpee, definitely. Get me the Coca-Cola one." And I was like,
Oh,
I was trying to
lame.
play it cool. I was like, "Yeah, get me one too."
Mm-hmm.
And so his dad came back, and I was like, "This straw's broken. Go get me another straw. My straw's broken." And he went in and got me another straw. Same thing. Turns out that's the patented Slurpee spoon straw.
Right.
I didn't even understand. I just thought I
Idiot.
was getting like a
You gotta
bad
suck
straw.
harder to get the Slurpee in. I would frequently request any flavor but Coca-Cola.
Wow, Tom.
Yeah.
What a rebel. And now you drink more soda than is advisable. You only drink Pepsi because of Kendall Jenner, right?
right.
In the All Lives Matter movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim, I like to support causes.
Tom, this next one's going to be a controversial one.
Oh, I want to say about Panera Bread. Does anybody...
Wait,
What?
did you just say Panera Bread?
Yeah.
It's not Panera Bread?
You know what? Tomato.
Panera Bread, Panera Bread. They should change the song. You say Panera Bread. I say Panera Bread.
Does anyone go
Panera
to Panera Bread
Bread.
and buy bread?
The bread comes with the
Yeah, I
meal.
know, but like a loaf of bread.
No, Tom, that's
No,
not
but they have it set up that happens. They have it set up to make you think that people go in there and buy bread.
Yeah, but that's all made of plastic.
No, because
That's
it
shellacked
might be.
real bread or something.
But you can go up and be like, "Hello, I'd like a loaf of bread, please."
And they'd be like, "Okay, whatever, you idiot, get out of here."
I don't think so. I think they'd probably happily serve you. They've got bread there. Like people go there like it's a bakery to buy a loaf of bread.
I don't think that's true. They're
I'm telling you, it's all set up like that. They have a lot of bread there. They have bagels. They have. I've seen people go up and be like, "Oh, a loaf of pumpernickel." Please.
You're lying.
I have. My mom tells me.
All right. She tells a lot of stories. She told me one time in high school that you were classy enough to go to Tavern on the Green as a high school
It was
student.
just a business meeting.
Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this.
Oh, this is your controversial
Yeah.
one.
The Shake Shack. Look, I love to think of myself as a guy who doesn't eat fast food. So
Right.
yeah, Shake Shack. No, that's
That's
Is it
wishful
just-
thinking. That's a
it
case of wishful thinking.
just
That's
that it's more expensive, and that the man that opened real restaurants opened this as well. Danny Meyer.
What restaurants did he open? Rainforest Cafe.
Rainforest Cafe, Applebee's. No, like actual restaurants in New York. Like he is
Tavern on the Green.
no, he has Michelin stars and stuff. Is that his name? Danny Meyer? Yeah, that sounds about right. And then he was like, no, I'm gonna bring good burgers to the masses.
Well,
It's
here's
set up what's the difference between Shake Shack and McDonald's besides
more expensive and better. That's
better ingredients? I
well,
guess.
but then here's the question: is in your opinion, is it impossible for a place that sells hamburgers to be a fast casual? Can they just never graduate past fast food?
I feel like you need more options. But the beauty of and the grown-upness of Shake Shack is that it's in its simplicity.
Yeah, I
Right,
don't
it's
think you
like-
need more options. I mean, at McDonald's, you look at the board there; they've got a million different things you can order.
The best thing about Shake Shack, I wish they'd get rid of the shakes, to be honest.
Well, then they'd have to just call it the Shack, and Radio Shack, as we all know, rebranded themselves to the Shack.
Yeah. Doing great from what I saw a Radio Shack. There's a Radio Shack in my neighborhood.
Yeah, they're bankrupt, but somehow, and they
There's,
closed all their stores.
there's,
yet they're
rogue
still
Radio
store.
Shacks out
Yeah.
there. I feel like that's where the creeps from the original Radio Shacks.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that were when Radio Shack was just you need a transistor or
I went to-
whatever.
I went to Radio Shack.
You need
once
some
as-
random wires.
I went to Radio Shack once as not like a kid, but like a teenager. What the hell was it? I had something that I lost the AC adapter to, and the guy was like, "Well, we don't sell that here, but I can make it for you." And literally, I went with him, and we picked 5 items off the shelf, and he soldered them together.
That's service.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I must have been 13 or something because I was there with my mom. And I remember just being like, wow, this is great. And the whole time my mom just being like, all right, no, we don't need that. Let's get out of here. I'm sure we could order it through the mail or something. I was like, no, the man's going to solder it for us. He said it'll only take him an hour.
Oh, brother.
So
Did you need something for your TurboGrafx 16?
no, Tim,
your
I would never lose the AC adapter in my TurboGrafx.
disgusting
Tim,
white trash family.
I had 2 TurboGrafx 16s that I won from
In a math contest.
No, from the newspaper, Tim.
Yeah, I know. You've told this story 1,000. This is still your proudest achievement.
Yeah. I mean,
You're a
it's,
53-year-old man, Tom.
name something you're prouder of than winning 2 TurboGrafx from the newspaper.
I won a Peabody last year.
So you won one thing and I won 2
That's
things.
true.
Yeah. And were you able to take your Peabody to Toys R Us without a receipt and return it? Because that's what I did with one of them.
Wow, Tom. You were always a little stinker.
A little stinker. They gave me Jeffrey dollars.
Oh, well, those are good for kids.
Yeah. I'm sure they sold that TurboGrafx 16. They were flying off the shelves.
Tom,
Yeah.
here's a question. So it's fine that Shake Shack
Yeah.
is a fast cash, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're saying oh yeah, no, it's
Well, it sounds like you're getting a little casual with the word casual, Tim.
it's true. You know what number 59 on the list is?
59?
Yeah,
What?
it's related. It's relevant.
What?
Five Guys Burger and Fries. Now, I feel like that's pushing the boundaries, Tom.
Why?
Because that's a low, like that.
Five Guys is cheaper, and they do not offer very many customizable options.
Yeah, I'm like, but again, never seen a Five Guys with a drive-through.
Yeah. Can you throw your peanut shells on the ground at Five Guys?
If you're an asshole,
Where am I thinking of where you can put your peanut shells?
you
on the ground?
can. You can, like, Tom, here's the thing. They have peanuts there, which is weird. Like,
Right.
Who enjoys cracking a peanut shell, taking like the paper off the edible part of the peanut?
No, you can eat that paper. It's not paper.
I'm pretty sure it's paper. It's a paper-like substance.
It's the skin to the peanut, Tim.
Yeah, but it's kind of like paper.
It's not paper. They don't
You eat that,
paper
you
the peanut.
sicko?
Yeah, I love that part.
Ah, you are a gross piece of garbage.
Tim, that part's fine.
I would enjoy peanuts if it wasn't for that. That's the awkward part. I'd put the shells in a cup or something. But like that paper
Tim,
floats away in the breeze.
No,
Anyway,
from now on, I'll eat your peanut paper.
Look, I don't even like peanuts, to be honest.
And them having all those peanuts in there, which have nothing to do with the rest of the food they serve, requires them to put up like huge warnings about like, if you have a peanut allergy, please don't come anywhere near this restaurant.
Is there one patron of Five Guys that would be like, they took the peanuts out, I'm no longer going there?
Yeah.
No, probably not. Because who cares that much about peanuts?
Right. I mean, peanuts
Elephants?
are great. Elephants.
But they don't eat meat. They don't eat burgers.
I bet if you gave them one, they'd eat it.
Elephants eat?
Elephants
like in the wild.
eat grass.
Yeah. So they're not interested in Five Guys burgers and fries.
Well, most of them probably don't know about them.
About burgers?
Well, specifically Five Guys.
Some elephants can paint pictures. Well, it's just the one, I guess.
I mean, I think any of them can. It's just like, yeah.
Now, here's another
thing.
thing.
In your apartment? What?
Number 31 on this dang list is B Double Dubs Buffalo Wild Wings.
Now, to me, that is
there's a waiter. You idiots.
Yeah. Where's the line? Come on. I mean,
I'm shutting this whole thing down. This episode's over. Fast casual is a myth.
Can you walk up to a Buffalo Wild Wings? I know they have like a lot of these places have like takeout where you can order ahead.
Yeah.
But do they have where you can just order and you can just walk up and be like, I'll have 8 buffalo wings to go, please?
If you're sad, like they'll do it for you.
Yeah,
but there's no
any place will do it. But I'm saying, do they have a system? Yeah, do they have a counter?
No,
and a menu.
There's a hostess or a host that will seat you.
Right.
A waiter or a waitress will come by and take your order. This is a restaurant, my friend. This is a classy restaurant.
This is your Mitt Romney corporations are people, my friend. Buffalo Wild Wings is a restaurant, my friend.
I'm done because if this is if this runs the gamut between Five Guys and Buffalo Wild Wings, what are we doing here? What have we been discussing for the last 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nonsense.
This is all meaningless.
Yeah.
Eat what you want to eat. Do what you want to do. Live your life. It's all fine.
You slammed your laptop on a cable. Well, if you like the show, you can find out more at tcgt.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. Follow us on Twitter at complete guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
You follow me on those things at your pal Tim.
You can check out our Reddit and suggest topics like this one, just like
Here, you look, and I'm going to tell you who suggested this.
Okay. TCG.
But you talk and I'll look.
Reddit.com/r/TCGTE. You can support the show by supporting our sponsors, also by doing your Amazon shopping at tcgt.com/Amazon. Brings you the same Amazon you know and love and no extra cost, but we get a little taste of whatever you're buying, whatever you're cooking up. And you can also check out our Patreon at tcgt.com/pledge. And you can support us there and get a bunch of fun bonus stuff like weekly episodes of Fast Food Friday. So if you love this conversation, You can listen to us talk about fast food every week for a little bit. Fast food news.
I think you mean quick serve news.
Quick serve restaurant news.
This was NN Crew with a K. I just hope that doesn't mean something bad.
Right.
I gotta get off Reddit, man.
All right, so don't check out our Reddit.
No, only go to our. That's what I do. Our Reddit. Reddit's so much fun because I stay on the
you have
TCGT.
no idea how the
It's
rest
all
of it
about
works.
things I say. It's great. It's all people discussing things that I've said. It's wonderful and suggesting things for me to say in the future.
To say further.
Yeah. Brother.
All right. Tim, any parting words?
I'm sorry I was drunk. I'm sorry I said those things about your sister.
Uh-huh.
She's
Well,
a
apologize
nice,
to her.
classy lady. I'd like to make it up to her, bring her out to
She's been in love with you forever.
Tavern on the Green, maybe. A nice, classy
she
dinner.
would love that.
Yeah, your family likes lowbrow shit.
All
And
right.
you're all real dumb.
Well, now you're going to have to apologize for being drunk again. We'll see you next week.
That was a HeadGum podcast.